Thanks for being here.
Thank you very much for the invitation.
Thanks for Semtech to be kind of like this consistent partner over all the years. I don't think you guys missed a Things conference, so that's thanks a lot for that. And maybe we can kick off with a short introduction.
That's great. Thank you very much. I'm Hou, CEO of Semtech. I've been in this position for a little over 15 months, but I've been to the Things conference. This is my second time. Thank you, Wienke, for the invitation. Thanks for the Things Network to create this very vibrant community. 10 years in the making.
Yeah.
You see the community is growing in a very rapid pace. We're very proud to be the partner of the Things Network and to help creating this technology and developing new product and enable the communities. And so I think last year when I was here, the community was still a little uncertain about Semtech's commitment in LoRa technology because we hit some choppy waters. But I'm happy to say after a year that we successfully navigated through that, and our financial situation has improved dramatically, and we have improved our operations performance through focus, through operations excellence. So now we absolutely are in a position to aggressively invest in key core technologies. So LoRa is one of the key technologies, and we have increased our R&D investment by about 20% year over year from last year. So that's why you are seeing that our LoRa Plus and then our 5th generation LoRa on more advanced processing node on 22 nanometers, which is promised to deliver higher efficiency, therefore the lower power consumption and more RF protocols very soon. So thanks. I'm here coming back, almost like I give you a report card on the progress we have made, and thank you for your support. Thank you for your continued innovation.
Thanks for this outline and transparency on this matter. I think Semtech is being seen by a lot of companies as the giant on the shoulders they stand. So it's I think this is very valuable. That you share this here. So going back all the way in time, you started your career as an engineer, right?
Yes.
So you made it from engineer to semiconductor CEO. You have this you had this incredible career. Can you tell us a bit about that journey and kind of like where did you start and like how did you end up here?
Sure. Thank you. So yeah, I have gone through several transitions on my career path. So I started as a research scientist in solid-state physics, and then gradually, moved my center of gravity into the device research, module systems, and into silicon and optical communications. So I spent first 11 years in the academic world. In the national lab in China, in Japan, in the US, probably very few of the people spent their research work in the national lab in 3 countries, plus AT&T Bell Laboratories. So I thought I would be a professor, to really kind of like teach and lead a group to do research. But when I was at the Sandia National Labs about 30 years ago, I saw an opportunity at the time, you probably remember, but you were still young. The internet in sky, teledesic, celestri, global stars, iridium. So for voice and internet in sky, that had a spur of activities and demand. I was right in the middle of a research of a multiple junction stacked solar cells for high conversion efficiency in space power applications.
Okay.
So I had about 200 publications and 10 patents also But one of the patents had a lot of interest from, say, big aerospace companies like Boeing, Lockheed Martin. So they licensed it. I didn't know better. I thought, if they think this is really very useful technology, I better just help to make it happen. So I jumped out and started a company to develop high-efficiency solar cells using the patent I created.
Oh, nice. And that's now still in the International Space
That is
System.
still in space, so we supported that over 1,000 missions, and that operations changed hands a few times, but it's still the largest solar cell, solar panel manufacturer in the world.
Yeah.
I'm sure ESA is using for many missions. Of course, NASA and the commercial aerospace have been powering a lot of satellites using the solar cells I invented, and that company I helped to create.
Yeah. Oh, amazing. So, but like being in a research department or being at a startup, that is something very different than being a Nasdaq-listed CEO, right? So where like can you tell us about the learning curve you've been through and kind of like?
That's right. So I define two endpoints. The CEO of a public company now, the Semtech, we're able to navigate it through the challenges and re-emerge as a very strong leader in technology and business supporting AI connectivity, IoT, and high-end consumers. The other end is the scientist. And I think the key transitions is you have the different stakeholders. So as a CEO, of course, customers is always first and foremost, and then employees, and you need a very strong team to make it happen. Shareholders, board of directors, and ecosystem partners. You need to really mobilize and make sure you're taking care of all of the stakeholders. As a developer, on the other hand, you want it to be single-handed, really very deep, very focused on customers.
Yeah.
I feel like as a technologist, very often we just focus on, had a passion and focus on this technology, what the technology can do. That's important, but that's not sufficient. You really have to align your passion, your capability with the market needs. Yeah. So market define the direction. I'm still using the same guiding principle today to lead the company. That's why I'm here to really see and hear from every one of you, what can we do better? What the roadmap we should be adding to, what products we should be adding to the roadmap. But as a developer, when you see your key technology, your key capability can change the world, understand the key pain point of the customers, there are going to be like opportunities, just too aligned, just make the decisive move to make the technology transition into the product. Yeah. I feel like in a nutshell, that was a key transition point. And of course, along the way, you always, people, the common dilemma is that if I do this, can I still do that? Yeah. That hedging sometimes is good, but I would say my philosophy is if I determine to go one way, I'm double down, just unwavering commitment to one area to make it happen.
Yeah. Focus.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. Wow. So almost you're drafting the management of such a large company almost as an engineering problem. And we totally relate. Yeah, we always say people, product, business. Right. If you take care of the people, they will take care of the product. Yeah. You can take care of this. So you also, when we talked before this, you talked a bit about the people part, right? And your emphasis on that. Like, can you share a bit more on your kind of talent strategy and the new programs that you're launching on that?
No, that's important for a company of our size. We got about 2,000 very talented people across the world. mobilizing to enable, unlock their potential is so important. So over the last 16 months, I certainly have worked with our financial advisors and did quite a few things, improve our financial foundations. But another key point I'm very proud of, launched the initiative called Semtech Rising. So what is involved is that to really listen to employees' feedback, understand their concerns and the frustration, and led my team to redefine our vision and strategy, and then make it known throughout the organization through frequent and transparent communications. Yesterday morning, I sent out my 18th message, roughly about a monthly, to the organization, reflecting what I have done in the last few weeks and outline the plan for the next few. In the beginning, I thought it was just really a quick summary, but it turns out the employees really love it. Yeah. The reason is they have the visibility, they understand that what the executives are thinking and doing on a very frequent basis. Yeah. So that leaves no room for them to speculate, to waste their emotional energy, say, gee, how is the company doing? Yeah. Are we going to be changing the direction or not? What is that going to be impacting my job? So there's no doubt about that. I found that's very effective in rallying the troops around. And the second thing is, certainly I wanted to surround myself with the people. They are better than me in their respective area. And we have done some upgrade. It turns out to be really important. The leadership matters. When you have the right people, yeah. And then the people, underneath that organization would like to work together and to get the job done.
Yeah. Yeah.
So right now, I would say the morale of the company, it's completely different. The best comments I heard when I go visit different sites, gee, I've been with this company for 15 years or 20 years. In the last year and a half, I feel like this is a completely different company in a good way, I hope.
Yeah. Congrats on that. Yeah. I think what we mentioned at the opening keynote, and what we also, you mentioned it about how healthy Semtech now is. What I do feel is that more and more in this industry, we're moving to this plateau of productivity where the health of the company is very much valued, and that the health comes from focus and also the focus on people in the end, right? So, but yeah, it's something that's really important for the current market. Where maybe early in the 2015 or 2020, it was the one that would shout it the most and would say they would raise the most money. They might be in front, kind of like at the front row. So, your message is clear. Semtech is in a good space, ready for the future, ready to invest in more R&D to create that future. So, what in the IoT product portfolio are you excited about? Like what? I mean, you have a lot of businesses. You're here.
Right.
What in the IoT division excites you?
Yeah, no, the LoRa, it represents about 15% of total business for Semtech. 1.5.
Yeah.
But I see the LoRa has most of the potential for us. One of the key growth drivers for many years. The reason I believe that LoRa, as your overview talked about 3.8 million devices, really very impressive. But the primary application so far has been, the control and texting, messaging, very low transmission bit rate. Our new product using dual band, in addition to ISM band, we activated 2.4 gigahertz. That gave us increased bandwidth up to 2.5 megabit per second. Yeah. And then our fourth generation product, LoRa Plus, will include many different RF protocols. Those new products, we're adding new capability for us to use in the AI, in the edge AI. And this is really very important. So the LoRa is going to be an IoT capability to really capture this wave of edge AI. So we have presentation by Robert Kamenascu this afternoon, right? This afternoon, and reimagine LoRa. And we have another presentation by Sohar Fedman on the LoRa Plus as a Swiss Army knife, have the enhanced capability. I think those new capabilities will unlock new applications in this AI-centric area. So that's why I'm very excited. That's why we wanted to put in more R&D dollars to bring out more product and more capability and provide more support to the entire vibrant ecosystem and provide collaterals and webinar, white paper, innovation forum. So I'm here to show the support, and if you have any requests and questions and comments, feel free to talk to our Semtech representatives. We got about 25, 28 people here, so they're all over the place. Also, we'll be planning to work with you more closely going forward. Thank you very much for your partnership.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So very interesting. The divergence, kind of you're doing on basically having the same piece of silicon, but supporting different standards.
Yeah.
Basically enabling more of the market. That's a direction. I think we have Z-Wave here. I think you guys already make some public announcement. The company called Trident. I believe that's a very exciting development because it is what you say. It's about enabling the end user, and if one way or form, maybe the LoRa thing doesn't work, then we can enable them with another technology. That's a win for us all. So want to thank you very much.
Thank you.
For this time and for your personal story sharing with us. And I really feel that when we talked about the values about this conference, I really believe Semtech now has a CEO that also embraces that. I think this is really good news for the ecosystem. And again, congrats on where you brought the company in such a short time. So
thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Yeah. Thanks, everyone.